Bayern Munich at the Allianz Arena.
Chelsea's man for the big occasion.
My people, welcome back to the channel. Welcome. Patala FC. We are within for your preview, but not really a preview. This is the tactical analysis as per your boy of how Bayern approached football under Vincent Kompany and how these previous championship managers between Kompany and Maresca, how do they tackle each other on the Champions League stage. The boys have come up. Let's be honest, Maresca won the championship, Kompany won the championship. And Kompany brought his football into the Premier League with Burnley, stuck to his identity, and got them relegated, unfortunately.
He finished them. Whip.
Then, somehow, he got the Bayern job. Why didn't Sean Dyche get the Bayern job?
You need to leave.
But here they are, at the Allianz Arena. I believe we're playing tomorrow. We should be playing tomorrow. I didn't even check. I just know tonight it's Real Madrid, Marseille, Spurs, and Villarreal. So strange that Spurs, Arsenal, and Chelsea are all in the Champions League simultaneously. Interesting stuff, but let's jump into it, guys. No more waffly waffle. You get me? We have the tactics board out. The days are great. Your boy gets so excited when we're about to break down these tactics because I think it's the best way we can illustrate. So shout out again, and we'll continue to send shout outs to James Laurent or Laurent? Is it James Alcott?
You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it.
It is a 4-2-3-1 that Bayern do deploy. So in that shape, I think at the moment, due to the absence of Musiala, Serge Gnabry will play as the central attacking midfielder. In the midfield, I've gone with Kimmich alongside Goretzka as a sort of pivot, but it's not a 4-2-3-1. And I've placed Chelsea in white. We're wearing our white kit in this illustration. Couldn't find the blue, guys, if I'm being honest. So how do we switch it up, and how do we actually analyze Bayern? Bayern Munich play a 2-4-4, the inverse of sorts of a 4-2-2. Now, in this system of sorts, Jonathan Tah and Upamecano will be the only defensive-minded players, with everyone else looking to flood the box going forward and play in the opposition's half. So we can actually move Goretzka and Kimmich forward here. Oops, I put the Vector 2 on there. So we're going to move them forward into our half so as to illustrate this. The fullbacks in Leimer on the right side and Stanisic, in the absence of Alphonso Davies, should play on the left side. Move our fullbacks a bit back here. Cucurella on that side, definitely this side. I'm going to go with Malo Gusto, but we'll show the other graphics for that. Let's bring back that vector path. Starting with Olise on this side, it's going to be a shape like this. This is what they try to do. They try to ensure that passing lanes are cut by having this shape consistently. And Bayern, if I'm being honest, are really good at keeping this shape consistent. Not many teams can have the discipline. In this moment, of course, Jonathan Tah and Upamecano know where to be. We'll be also deep in our half, trying to win the ball back, especially our wingers, low and wide, if anything. And then we have our striker, who has to beat the offside trap, so he has to move with the defenders, because you know how football works, guys. So passing lanes, the ball's going to move in these triangular motions here. As we're moving it here, so many triangles formed like this. Multiple. That's what Bayern are going to try to do to us. But of course, in other moments, outside of this 2-4-4 system, Joshua Kimmich can definitely join in the back three. Goretzka coming more central. They don't break shape. It's still an understandable shape. Still trying to move the ball. Goretzka moving the ball here. Could be Pavlovic, but I'm going with Goretzka. Moving the ball in these positions. And the scariest one of all for me, in my opinion, is when Harry Kane starts to drop deep. Michael Olise coming into these positions. Serge Gnabry being the highest player. Musiala would have been the man there, as we said, but both Gnabry and Harry Kane will operate as sort of false nines, as strikers in the system. Harry Kane has a good passing range. He'll look to get into those positions, get the ball, and actually spread the ball into wider areas or thread a pass down the line. So we have to track all this. Why do I think Maresca ball is perfect to tackle this? Because we will have, You know how we do? We will have the inverted fullback. Actually, I think we have the system okay right now. So let's just place a back three like this. I would say Gusto must stay in that back line. Let's match Bayern in that system. Cucurella can join the midfield here. Let's say Enzo Fernandez has moved forward to some extent. Here, Cucurella can track this man. On this side, Caicedo can actually makeshift both roles. The winger here can come back, track Stanisic. We can also have on this side Neto. So this, let's say, is Esteval. And we have Neto on this side tracking Leimer. And we've matched them, I would say. You know, Kimmich, of course, can be tackled by our central attacking midfielder here, tracking him. And then all our striker needs to do is focus on beating the offside trap as we try to get the ball forward. So in terms of how our system works versus theirs, I see us actually giving Bayern headaches. Serious headaches, especially if we just do what we couldn't do against Brentford, and that's move the ball intricately, which we can do against bigger sides because Bayern are not going to play a low block, as we can see. Bayern are definitely going to go with this 2-4-4 system, so we will have space on the pitch at the Allianz Arena. And I'm excited to see what the boys actually do. I'm excited to see the tactical tweaks. I don't think we're going to go with that set piece thing that we're doing recently in Premier League games. I believe this is about getting goals in game, which I believe we can do, most definitely so. This sounds a bit summarized, but I think your boy has said it all in terms of what I think might happen. Oh, there's also something we need to consider. Because there might be distances. In the instance that, let's say, Enzo gets beyond Kimmich and he moves into these positions, he might drag Jonathan Tah in, and vice versa. Let's say on this side, Caicedo can't move forward, right? Let's not say Caicedo. Let's place Caicedo here and say maybe perhaps our striker, Joao Pedro, is now drawing Upamecano a bit wider. It creates this gap in the center here, which Bayern will be wary of. So Manuel Neuer, being Manuel Neuer, might be as high as here in moments to receive the ball. Thread passes through to Kimmich, thread passes down the line, or find the right moments to look for the defenders, or go long all the way to Olise, all the way to Luis Diaz. So definitely they use the 11th man in Manuel Neuer. That's Bayern Munich. Equally so, Chelsea will use Sanchez, but of course, levels to this. We're not going to disrespect Manuel Neuer. We know who he is, guys. But yeah, guys, this is what I think will happen. This is how we tackle Bayern. We ensure we're pressing high. We ensure we win the ball back high, and we can definitely exploit that two-man back line, that two-man defense. Timing of the runs, which I trust Joao Pedro to do. He's got those outside-in runs. So Upamecano should be his target. I would say Upamecano, even Jonathan Tah. I mean, I only saw him at the Club World Cup. I haven't been watching Bundesliga. But in terms of pace, Joao Pedro can have these guys as numbers. Cole Palmer's available. Cole Palmer definitely go and play. And closing statements, Dario Esugo's injury allowed us to register a player. We didn't register another defensive mid to replace our defensive mid. We registered Buonanotte instead of Lavia. Does that make sense, guys? Is that a good decision? What does that say about Maresca and Lavia? I think Maresca is really paranoid about Lavia's injuries. We might register someone that won't even play. Might be the mentality. But to bring in Buonanotte after not registering him, and he's more recent, maybe he's shown more glimpses, more importance so far. But I would have said we register Lavia. But hey, it is what it is, right? B team players of sorts. We'll see who we can actually register as the competition goes further, if UEFA allows that. You get me? But blessings for tuning in, guys. This has been your preview. We'll be back for the post-match. And Wonder Kid Wednesday's gotta be done. You get me? Blessings, y'all.